Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Sweet Jamie Lee. I am a conservative makeup YouTuber. If you like that, remember to subscribe down below. I do makeup. I just love it and I think it's fun. I did have lashes on. I took them off. Sorry about that. Look at this cute little bracelet. Oh yeah. And it matches my cute little necklace. Oh yeah. I also touch on politics, obviously conservative, so if you like that, stick around. I also have MS, multiple sclerosis, so I do like to touch on that sometimes. And today I just wanted to talk about letting yourself feel the feelings that we get. I don't know about you if you have had MS for a longer period of time. I'm probably going to assume that you're going to understand what I mean by this. And the feelings of, I guess we could say, jealousy, feeling envious, all of that kind of stuff. I definitely, back when I was first diagnosed and it was new and it wasn't a big deal, I never saw that because I thought that my life was going to play out exactly as I thought. You know, like I thought I would be married and have kids. I always wanted 3 kids. I was going to have 2 girls and probably a boy. Well, I mean, that's not, you can't plan that. But in my mind, I was going to have 2 girls, maybe 2 boys too. I would have 4 kids. I would have like this great career. I would have a husband. I would have that cute little house that I've always wanted. I would have a dog. I would have a cat. And that was life. Well, then MS took that and threw it out the window. And I didn't see it at first, like the first 8 years, when I would have a relapse and then it would just get better and then I was feeling fine. And if you've had MS for longer, you definitely know that that's like a sick joke, the way MS does it. It's funny. No, it's not funny. It's actually very cruel. And it's like a slow death. You know what I mean? And I try to be very, very positive about it. Because if we're not positive, what else do we have? You know what I mean? And I'm sure you guys can understand that. But the feelings of just watching... And tell me if you guys agree. Let me know down below if I'm reaching anybody out there. But just when you're, especially in the thralls of either a relapse or the test results didn't come back how you wanted them to. I am having an MRI soon, so cross your fingers because I like to stay on Tysabri. Let me know down below what medications you guys are on. And you're having maybe a not good day or a not good week or a not good year. As I'm slowly learning that's a thing. And then you're watching all of these other people in your life go on to do all these things that you wanted to do. You're seeing them, be in successful relationships. And, one of the things that MS seems to have taken away is my ability to have a long-term or successful relationship, especially the last one. There's just a lot of things that you have to deal with, and our partners aren't always understanding of that, and that's life. Super fun, right? And you're watching people get engaged, and you're watching people get married, and then you're watching them have kids, and then you're watching them have the houses that you always wanted to have, and you're watching them be able to, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden they have 3 kids and they're still going out on the weekends with their families, and they want you to do stuff, even though I don't have any friends, but you, I would imagine. And you're watching people. It's weird. It's a weird perspective because from my perspective, I can't fathom doing such a thing. I can't even have the energy to have a boyfriend. So how will I ever get to all that other stuff? Freaking don't know. I'll probably end up being that old cranky cat lady. But whatever. My cat's right there. He's laying down. Look at him. Look at his little white belly. And you know what I mean? And you're watching people do all the things that you always wanted to do, that you thought you would have. And you're watching them be promoted, and you're watching them buy all the new cars. And so we can get in this like headspace of like, that must be nice. And even though we can feel happy for people if they're close to us, it's always in the back of our heads. And you can let me know if you don't, but I've definitely noticed this thought process more like the last like 8 years of the MS thing. And you get like mad. And I'm here to say I think it's okay. I think there's a stigma related to it, like, why should you feel like that? Don't feel like that. This is your life, like, whatever. But it's all relevant, because like, how you try so hard to do like one task during a day. I don't know about you guys, but this is for me. And that one task, and you're done. The fatigue, for me, it's my hands don't work all that great anymore. So holding on to things is really hard, and picking up things and cooking, or washing dishes, and you can't hold them because you can't feel it. So you're trying super hard to hold on to things, and you just can't. There's just, for me, those are my battles. And it's frustrating, because then you're like, imagine how lucky the people are that don't have that just wake up in the morning and they take a shower without feeling like they want to die. And that's the weird thing, is that when I was first diagnosed, I never understood when people would talk about this with MS. And I was like, what the hell are they talking about? I feel fine. If only I could tell the young me. It's fine. I understand that I had that perspective because I didn't understand and I wasn't going through all that. But now it's all extremely relevant and it's hard. So you're just like, oh, it must be nice to be able to take a shower in the morning and not want to die. Well, so that's why I take showers at night. So if I have to do something the next morning, because I cannot deal with taking a shower on the day that I have to do something where I have to. So I have to plan it out. And and you're just like, how am I gonna go on a date? And I have to take a shower, and then I have to get dressed, and I have to put on jewelry. Putting on this necklace took me 5 minutes to do today, and then I kept fumbling, and then you get frustrated with yourself because the little tiny components that you have to clasp, you can't do it, or at least I can't, because I can't feel my fingers and they hurt. And it's just, every step of the way, you're reminded of what you don't have. And I think it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to be frustrated. Just, deal with it and then do better the next day, or try. And I just want to say, it's okay. There are so many people out there that understand what you're going through. Hi, I'm one of them. And you know what I mean? You're constantly being reminded of, well, at least for me, the money that I don't have, that I can't have because I can't work a whole lot. Why? Because I'm MS and I'm too fatigued, and I can't walk a whole lot. I constantly have to sit down in between doing cakes, and it's frustrating. And do people judge that? Yes, I'm sure they do. I'm the boss, but I'm sure it's, oh, Jamie gets to sit down all the time. Well, I have to. And it's frustrating. And then just dealing with working even 3 hours, and all of a sudden I'm oh my god, how am I gonna do this? I want to die. How am I gonna do this tomorrow? How am I going to wake up tomorrow? How am I going to put on my clothes tomorrow, because I haven't washed anything? Why? Because I've been too fatigued to do it, and my hands hurt when I fold things, and it's irritating. And then you're constantly reminded, at least for me, definitely, people, a lot of times, whenever I buy something, anything, people are gotta save your money, gotta save your money. I'm I know. But then my whole life will only be saving a little bit of money to do what? I can never get ahead, but I'm always being reminded of it. And that's frustrating. And then you're oh yeah, my world is really small, but I'm okay with my life. But it's frustrating when you see everybody else going so far ahead of you and doing all the things that you wish you could do. And I can't even imagine how people like kids with cancer and just even more problems. Like, what about the soldiers, like without limbs? How do they do it every day? And so there's always like another person ahead of you that's probably thinking, oh, you must be lucky. So probably somebody out there would look at me complaining about things and be like, oh, well, it must be nice though. It must be nice that you have 2 arms and 2 legs though. And that's completely okay. Like, that's understandable. And I think we need to always put that in perspective. It's okay to have those feelings because it's relevant. It's relevant to our situation, to how we're living life. But I find that when I start like having more problems and just life is just getting a little bit frustrating, and probably because that's how I'm feeling right now, and that's probably why I'm talking to a camera right now, because I don't have any friends and I don't have a boyfriend. There's nobody to talk to without just sounding, that you're just bitching and whatever. Do you guys know what I mean? And it's hard because then you don't want to put that burden like on your family, because then I understand it from their point of just like they can't really do anything to help. Like, they can help, but in the end, it is what it is. Like, I'm just here, stuck in this thing. Like, I'm stuck in this ride, like this roller coaster that I can't get off of for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? There's no chance of me beating it. There's no chance of me finding some like crazy cure and then I'd be like, oh, yay, I can get off now. Well, you can't. That's the frustrating part. And sometimes like that creeps into my head. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm only 36 and I already feel not this great, because I don't. If I could choose right now to like be on disability and never work again, 100% I would. And I'm not even joking. And I definitely know that that's very, very true, because during the pandemic, so I didn't work for about a month and a half, and I felt better than I have in about 10 years. And because I could only do like one thing, I didn't have to deal with going to work and the stresses of work and being in charge and then just feeling drained, and then you're just like, oh my god, everything's going wrong, and the stress associated with that. I didn't have that, so I was able to do little things that made me really happy here. And I was like, oh my god, like, if I could live in this small world, I would. And imagine if that could be my life. But then, like, you have to go to work, and it's harder and harder and harder to do. And so then you're always reminded of that, like, oh, well, it must be nice for the people that, can work all the way up, to retirement and then take out like tons of money and all this because they felt good enough to work that much, and they have the energy and they have all their hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever. And it's a crappy mind space to be in, for sure. And it's not healthy, but it can be there sometimes, especially when you have constant reminders of your situation. So I understand that, but I'm here to say it's okay. Like, take a day, just like relax, do what you want to do, drink the drink that you want to drink, watch the movie that you want to watch, don't do the dishes if you don't want to, don't fold laundry, don't clean the house, and don't answer to other people for a whole day if you don't want to, because you have every freaking right not to, because sometimes life is just a little bit much. And that's kind of all I wanted to say, because it's just kind of been, maybe it's because I have my period too, so I'm just kind of in a crappy mood right now. I don't feel good. My other hand is like been feeling more numb. Before it was just this hand, and now it's slightly this hand, and I hate it, and it's icky, and it's just like forever asleep and weird, and I hate it. I hate it. So I just wanted to say, I hear you. If you guys want to connect, leave, comments down below. We'll have a chat. We'll talk. Compare notes if you'd like to. I'm an open book. You guys can ask me questions if you'd like about MS. I was diagnosed in 2006. I will be doing like a whole story, like my MS story of where it first started and where I am now. Super fun. But I do think one thing is for sure, people that are dealing with this, warriors, true warriors, I have to say. And I actually have, I have a shirt on. Wait. Do you want to see? It's orange and it says, fight like a girl. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so it says fight like a girl, and it says multiple sclerosis awareness. And I love it. And it's got a really cute back, but I'm wearing a sports bra under it, but it's all like crisscrossy. I found it was an ad on Facebook, and I loved it, and I had to have it. And it's especially fitting in the orange. Wear orange for MS awareness. Yeah. And so that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for listening. It was just one of those days where I just wanted to rant, and rant I did. So have a good one, and until next time, be kind. Put some color in your world, and stay humble. Bye, guys.